case of monopoly market structure, we have to basically draw axis for supernormal profit, for normal profit or loss. In any case, we have to draw these graphs. We show quantity on X, we show three variables on Y axis. One is price, then revenue, and then cost. And we will do the same task repeatedly in each graph. And now we have to draw average revenue and marginal revenue curves. Average revenue is negatively sloped, marginal revenue is shadow of average revenue. So we will also repeat the same process in each graph, whether we are making graph for supernormal profit, whether we are making graph for normal profit, or we are making graph for loss. In each case, we will have to repeat the same process. We have to draw average revenue curve and we have to draw marginal revenue curve. Marginal revenue is always shadow of average revenue. Marginal revenue is, in case of imperfect market structure like monopoly, marginal revenue is always lower than average revenue because monopoly firm has to reduce its price to sell every additional unit. So when monopoly is selling every additional unit at lower price as compared to the previous unit, then his marginal revenue will be lower than the average revenue. So marginal revenue is the revenue obtained from every additional unit basically sold. Every additional unit sold. And another process which we have to go through is basically draw marginal cost curve, which looks like a hockey stick. And we will repeat the same process in each type of graph. Whether it is supernormal profit, whether normal profit or loss, we have to repeat the same process to find out equilibrium point. So equilibrium condition is MC intersects MR from below. So MC intersects MR at this point where quantity is Q, but price will be P. We extend this perpendicular to average towards average revenue curve till point E, and now the price is P. So let's say if it is $10 and quantity is, let's say, 100 units. Okay, quantity is equal to 100 units. So total revenue in this situation is equal to, total revenue is price into quantity sold. We have price $10, quantity 100 units. So 1000 is total revenue, or we can basically label it as OPEQ. OP is the price, means $10. OP is the price, and OQ is the quantity. If we multiply height and base, OP into OQ, then we will get the area under graph OPEQ. And we will have to repeat the same process in second graph. This is first graph. Let's say this is second graph and this is third graph. In second graph, we will again find a point where MC cuts MR, and we will find out equilibrium quantity, that is Q, and equilibrium price, that is P. So this point is equilibrium point. So again, if this is price is $10, quantity is, let's say, 100. Again, total revenue is equal to P into Q, that will be 10 into 100 equal to 1000. And again repeat the same process in this graph. Draw quantity and find out equilibrium price. Equilibrium price will be P, and now total revenue is equal to, again, let's say it's 100, it's 10 and this is 100. So equilibrium total revenue will be $1000. We have done the same task, we have repeated the same process in all graphs. Now the difference between supernormal profit, normal profit and loss is that in case of supernormal profit, price must be greater than average cost, or total revenue should be greater than total cost. In case of supernormal profit, total revenue is greater than total cost. Okay, and in case of normal profit, total revenue is equal to total cost, and in case of loss, total revenue will be less than total cost. So these are basically conditions which we have already done in previous lecture as well. So In this situation, in case of supernormal profit, we will have to draw average cost below price. So we will draw average cost curve somewhere at this point. This is average cost. So average cost intersects perpendicular EQ at this point. Let's say it's point B, and this is, let's say, point C, and let's say it's $8. So total cost will be, now we can find total cost. Total cost will be 8 into 100. Any 8 into 100 will give us 800. Our total revenue was 1000 and total cost is 800. So firm will be earning 200 supernormal profit. 200 supernormal profit. Okay. And in second graph, total revenue should be equal to total cost. 1000 in case of normal profit. Total cost must be equal to 1000. Okay. So we will draw average cost curve which will be tangent to the average revenue at point E, and it will be like this. So at quantity Q, total cost is also OPEQ, or it is also 1000. In case of loss, revenue should be less than cost. It means average cost will further go up, and it can be somewhere at this point. This is average cost, and now we have to extend the perpendicular from Q till average cost curve, and the new point is, let's say this is point A, this is point A, and this is average cost C, which is, let's say, $15, and average cost is now greater than, again, greater than the price. Cost is basically the expense which you have to incorporate to produce certain good. Scenario, total cost is equal to per unit cost, that is $15, multiplied by quantity 100 is equal to 1500. So there will be loss of $500. So there is loss of $500 because total cost is 1500, means you are producing certain goods at $1500, but when you sell it in the market you get only $1000, so you are losing $500. Supernormal profit, normal profit, and loss in single graph. So we can make a graph like this. We have quantity or output on X. We have three variables on Y, that is price, revenue, and cost. In case of monopoly and monopolistic competition, average revenue is negatively sloped. Marginal revenue is the shadow of average revenue, and marginal cost is like a hockey stick. So to find out equilibrium, we basically find a point where marginal cost intersects marginal revenue from below. So this is the equilibrium quantity. And to find out equilibrium price, we have to draw graph till point E along the average revenue curve. And this is the price which we charge in the market. For supernormal profit, average cost curve must intersect somewhere at this point. This is average cost for supernormal profit. Okay. And for normal profit, average cost curve should be tangent at this point. This is average cost for normal profit, and for loss, average cost should be even higher than the equilibrium price. So this is average cost 2, which shows loss to the business. And in this case, we have to extend perpendicular to average cost curve up till point A, and this will be the total, this will be the average cost, and then we can find out total cost. In situation of average cost 2, total cost is greater than total revenue, so firm will be facing loss.